All right, welcome to Picasso Winning. Today we're gonna watch a Necros video. We're gonna watch a Deadpool guide because I've been playing some Marvel Rivals and we really gotta lock in and actually like get some kills. So let's get right into it. Let's get into this.
Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to the video. Today we're going to be covering the newest character coming in Season 6, and it is of course the infamous Merc with a Mouth, the one and only Deadpool. Finally,
Look how crazy that look. Look how hard that look, bro. That looks crazy tough. I'm not gonna lie, bro. They cooked up with the artwork with this. I'm not gonna lie. Wade Wilson, dual strategist and vanguard. Now that's crazy. Let's talk about that real quick. He can tank up, he could be a duelist, and he could strat up and heal. That's wild. I ain't gonna lie.
coming to Marvel Rivals. In Rivals, Deadpool is a 0-star difficulty hero, so technically you guys don't even need this guide because, dude, he's really easy to play. It's 0 stars, right?
I noticed that. I did not know that Deadpool was a 0-star hero. And I've been actually playing with him for the past couple of days. I did not notice. I didn't really peep.
Hey, I'm just doing it for the love of the game. I got you guys. Anyway, let's dive into what he does. Deadpool is the first ever character to be so versatile that he covers all 3 roles in the game. In this video,
That's
we'll be focusing
crazy.
specifically on the duelist version of this kit, which is, in my opinion, the most fun and absolutely the flashiest one he has. Just you wait for me to show you exactly what I mean by that. So let's break down his abilities, starting with his passives, of which he has so many. The most important one, perhaps, is the one located under his health bar. This is Deadpool's experience bar. That's right, experience. Deadpool can level up. He gains experience passively, as well as by dealing damage, scoring kills, healing his team if he's on support, and he also gains a very large chunk of experience for taking pictures with dead enemies. So make sure
See, no, the taking pictures with dead enemies, bro.
very large
That's
chunk of
crazy. Look at
experience
this.
for taking pictures with
Bro, he done posed up real quick. Like I'm like look at Wolverine, bro. Do you see Wolverine right here? Look at Wolverine, bro. He's done laid out. Deadpool done take a picture of his ops, like, you know what I'm saying? Didn't you make a movie with this man? Did like you don't got no love for him?
dead enemies. So make sure to use this frequently, since you're also completely immune to all damage while doing it. So what does he do with this experience? Well, he can level up, which can upgrade his abilities into more powerful versions of themselves. We'll get into these upgrades later. Just keep this in mind for now. He can upgrade abilities. Let's talk about the next passive, Healing Factor. Healing Factor does 2 things. First, it allows Deadpool to slowly regenerate health after not taking any damage for about 6, maybe 7 seconds. Second,
See, I did peep that, but it does take a while. Like I feel like you gotta like duck off for a minute to actually like receive like the regen. But I mean it does I mean if like I said, like if you duck off, I mean I guess it could be useful.
it also has a sort of a cheat death mechanism where it will block one lethal instance of damage and trigger a large heal over time. The next one, Maximum Flare, is tied to his ultimate ability. Deadpool doesn't charge his ult like a regular character. Instead, he relies on this passive. By using your abilities, you will build up style rating. Once your style rating hits the S rank, you can use your ultimate. Take a wild guess at how fast this combo that I'm about to show you later lets you use your ult. Anyway, that's it for his passive abilities. Now let's get into the rest of his kit, starting with his weapons. Deadpool has 2 weapons, the Dual Desert Eagles and the Kick-Ass Katana, which he can freely swap between. His Dual Desert Eagles are a simple weapon to deal.
Nah, that like double ability shit that goes hard, bro. Cause it's like I really be feeling like I be wanting to play both ways sometimes. Some days, bro, I really want to like use get a range with it. Some days I want to get up close and personal and put my hands on you.
High DPS up close and has moderate drop-off. It can be upgraded with levels to slightly increase its damage as well as its magazine capacity. On top of also adding this little emoji Deadpool thing that will fling itself at enemies for a bit of extra damage periodically. His other weapon, the kick-ass katana, has a 3-part combo that deals high damage up close. The second part of this combo chain, which is the flurry of stabs, can actually headshot, which is really interesting. It's a melee with a headshot. Anyway, hitting headshots will obviously further increase its damage. When upgraded, this will attack much faster as well as deal slightly more damage. Now let's talk about his actual abilities. Depending on whether you're in ranged or melee mode, this next ability will change. I'll cover the ranged version first. So, for the ranged ability, Deadpool physically takes his icon from the bottom left and throws it at his enemies.
Yo, I did not peep that. He literally takes his icon. I thought that was his katanas he was throwing. I never peeped that was his icon. Yo, that's kind of crazy. The detail that they put into this character is actually kind of dope. That's a dope thing about Marvel Rivals. Like I don't like their matchmaking. We can't speak too much about that, but I do love the way that like they put detail into their characters and the artwork goes crazy every time.
causing it to spin in place for a couple of seconds before returning to him. This generates a really good amount of style when it hits enemies, as well as on the way back. When upgraded, he can catch it up to 2 more times and throw it back, dealing more damage each time, with the final throw resulting in an explosion that does a large chunk of damage. If you're in his melee mode, you will instead have 2 charges of a dash. This dash will send you forward and cause him to slash at the end of it, dealing a moderate amount of damage. If it connects with an enemy though, you can recast it again up to 2 more times. So that's 3 total for 1 dash. Now note that it also has 2 charges, which means you can get up to 6 dashes in total if you land all of them. And if you thought that was crazy, just you hold on. When you upgrade this ability, it will instead not have a cap on how much it's recastable, allowing you to chain an infinite amount of dashes as long as you keep hitting an enemy with it. And as I said, it has 2 charges,
Wait, hold up. Because I have not been doing that at all. Hold on, I gotta learn that tech.
which means you can get up to 6 dashes in total if you land all of them. And if you thought that was crazy, just you hold on. When you upgrade this ability, it will instead not have a cap on how much it's recastable, allowing you to chain an infinite amount of dashes as long as you keep hitting an enemy with it. And as I said, it has 2 charges, so you have 2 chances to infinitely dash, I guess. If you missed the first one, you can keep going with the second one, as long as you keep hitting enemies. Now, this ability generates style
Oh,
like crazy, so
so I
make
need
sure
to
you're
get my
locked
aim up.
in when you're
That's
using
what
it.
that
And
that's what
don't
he's
miss it
saying.
like
I
I
need to
do,
get my
because if
aim
you
up.
do, it goes on a 10-second cooldown, and you kind of look like an idiot when you do it. The next ability is shared between both ranged and melee modes. It does a couple of things. First, it will create an area around Deadpool that deals damage to enemies, and also this has a really annoying effect of blocking their vision with like a bunch of bullshit on their screen. It also gives Deadpool a little bit of damage reduction while it's active, which is really nice for survivability. Upgrading this will further increase the damage reduction, and it will also intensify the vision impairing portion of this ability. The next one we're going to talk about is Bunny Hop, Deadpool's double jump ability. Simply use it in the air to jump again. If you use it near walls though, it will refresh its cooldowns, allowing you to scale vertical walls easily, giving him really nice access to high ground. You can also jump on allies' heads to refresh the cooldown, or stomp on enemies' heads to both refresh the cooldown and gain a bit of bonus health, as well as do a bit of damage. Alright, and finally, let's get into his ultimate. So, what can Deadpool do when he finally charges his style rating to max? Well, actually, one of 2 things. That's right, he's got 2 ultimates. Let's talk about his range mode ultimate first. The aptly named Skill Issue. When he activates it, he will taunt and flip off the enemy, putting a debuff on them, which causes a little version of Deadpool to appear on their screen and watch over their actions. Each missed shot or ability
See, because I seen some about that where like you want to switch your katanas, and I try. Sometimes I'll be forgetting, but like where you want to switch your katanas before you ult because the range one really doesn't do too much. It doesn't do nothing crazy.
causes him to bonk them over their head with his hammer, dealing a ton of
I mean, that
damage
does
for
look
each
tough
missed
though. I'm not
shot.
gonna
If the
lie.
enemy doesn't shoot, this ability doesn't do any damage, unfortunately. But if you upgrade it, it will now deal a guaranteed amount of damage over time, while also causing missed shots to deal extra damage and inflict a vulnerable debuff to them, which causes them to take more damage from all sources. Next, let's talk about the melee mode ultimate, Pop Quiz. Deadpool looks back at the player and basically tells you to lock in, and then enters an empowered state where
Oh, that's pop quiz. So I want to be upgrading pop quiz first because I use that more anyways, and it's more useful. But also, sometimes I be forgetting, like I said, or like I press a button too fast and I click the wrong ult. That's good to know.
He deals more damage to the player and basically tells you to lock in, and then enters an empowered state where he deals more damage, heals over time, and moves faster. You have 12 seconds to land 5 of any combination of either the melee mode dash or double jump on your target's head. Doing so will cause you to gain even more healing per second and movement speed and damage for 6, 7, maybe 8 seconds. I forgot. When upgraded, this will also reset all your cooldowns, allowing for some extreme burst damage if played properly. After using either the ranged or the melee mode ult, the ult will go on a 30-second cooldown during which you can't generate any style rating. That's his entire kit. He's really complicated, but hopefully I did a good job explaining to you guys what he does. Let's talk about his
See, no, Deadpool is complicated, but he goes crazy, and even if you don't really know what you're doing with him, he could kind of still go dumb. Not even gonna lie. Not even gonna lie.
team up real quick before I show you guys this crazy combo I found. As of season 6, Deadpool has one team up, and it's with Jeff the Land Shark. Deadpool is the anchor, so he received bonuses based.
You heard that? He sighed a little bit. He said, like, like he hate Jeff the Land Shark. Heard that?
As this crazy combo I found. As of season 6, Deadpool has one team up, and it's with Jeff the Land Shark. Deadpool is the anchor.
Yeah, I heard that. I heard that, Necros.
So he received bonuses based on which role he picks. For Duelist, it's a 5% increase in damage.
No way, bro. Look at the bottom. Oh no, you can't because my thing. But most of this video is just explaining his kit, not even showing you like tech that you could do with it. Which I think I found one.
Jeff gets a new ability that lets him throw down an adorable plushie
But we gonna see if he bring it up. We gonna see if he bring it up.
that heals his teammates in a circle. Alright, now it's time for the insane combo. So what if I told you guys that it was possible to get your ult on Deadpool in literally a second? Would you believe me? If not, let me show you this real quick.
Watch out, coming through! Don't blow this for me, okay?
Yeah, so that looks crazy.
Yo, did you see that? He literally got his ult in 1 second, bro.
Would you believe me? If not, let me show you this real quick.
Look at this.
Watch out, coming through! Don't blow this for me, okay?
Yeah, so that looks crazy, right?
What
You
did
can
he
literally
even do?
ult
I
to
didn't.
start
I
the
couldn't even
fight
really peep for real.
instantly as Deadpool without any upgrades to his other abilities. It is completely bonkers. Let me teach you guys how to do it so you too can jump scare your enemies with an instant ult. I'll break down all the inputs for you guys. First, we start by shooting our gold-plated 50 caliber Desert Eagle pistol arrows. We cancel that into the headshot
He went
ability,
crazy.
which is the one where he throws his spinning avatar onto the enemy. After that, immediately switch to the melee mode and use your dash and cancel that into his AoE taunt ability. Then, once the animation is over, swing your katanas once and immediately double jump on their head, which will instantly give you access to his ultimate if you did it properly. Now when you ult, you will have exactly 5 dashes to charge your ultimate, which is just so beautiful that there's no way that that wasn't by design. That is just perfect. I absolutely love his whole kit. He is so fun to play. I love Deadpool.
No, Deadpool is extremely fun to play. His voice lines are funny. Like I said, his artwork, I'm glazing it a little bit. It goes crazy. His kit's complicated, but button mash, you'll figure it out, I guess.
Anyway, I think this is the most optimal combo and you should always use it to charge your ult as quickly as possible. I actually don't have any other combo for this video, but you can absolutely freestyle it whichever way you like, since you can swap between his ranged and his melee mode freely. So I actually encourage you guys to experiment. Alright, next let's talk about his upgrade order, since I feel like this is extremely important to making Deadpool work on DPS. First upgrade we'll pick up is number 4, the melee mode dash. This is essential to stacking your ultimate, and it also makes you a lot harder to kill because it will change your dash to also bounce above your enemy's head each time you landed, making you much harder to hit. Oh, and as I mentioned before, it makes it infinitely reusable, so obviously that is insane, and we have to pick
See, I'm gonna need to do that next time I hop on Marvel. I need to do that.
that up first. Second upgrade we go for is number 3, which is the gun mode right click. Upgrading this will more than triple this ability's damage, since it allows you to catch it 2 times, and it will also explode on the last throw, which deals bonus damage. Speaking of, does a Lord Icon do bonus damage?
Does a Lord Icon do bonus damage?
The third upgrade is his number 7, the melee mode ultimate, which is also essential since this is how we actually kill people. The reason why the ult upgrade is absolutely necessary is because, first off, on top of the healing and speed, it will now give us a damage bonus bonus while also refreshing the cooldown of all of our abilities and stack to max. I can't stress this enough. It is
That goes
absolutely
crazy.
essential to utilize the cooldown refresh aspect of Deadpool's ult. I find his DPS ult extremely lackluster without this upgrade, so make sure to pick this up as soon as possible. I would say those three are the most essential upgrades, and honestly, Deadpool can't really apply a lot of pressure until he has them. So once you get those three, you are ready to kick some serious ass. Remember, take pictures because those pictures will help you level up and get to
How
this
do you
point
take the
faster.
pictures?
Now the next ones are up to personal preference, but I like to take 5, his AoE taunt ability, because this gives him more damage reduction, which is really nice for staying alive when you die. And also remember, when you upgrade your ultimate, which you should have upgraded up until this point, it will also refresh the cooldown. So if you use 2 of his E's, that's 10 seconds of enhanced damage reduction, which I think is very, very valuable, especially when you're in the middle of the enemy team. It's very nice. I picked this up after those essential abilities. And the next upgrade I go for is number 2, the melee weapon, because this makes combos feel a little bit smoother and also makes them do a little bit more damage. And then I'll pick up 1 so I do a bit more poke in my downtime with my guns. And finally,
Bruh, my bad. I haven't even been speaking. I'm just learning so much, bruh. Like, this is a lot to take in. There's a lot to do. So pretty much what I've gotten so far is you gotta hop on people's heads, get get this upgrade and this upgrade with this upgrade. What was he talking about? This upgrade and this upgrade too, low key. Yeah, so I need to like low key get all 4 of these. 1, 2, 5 of these. My bad. Before I could really do anything.
I take number 6 because I have to, since otherwise the annoying yellow upgrade button at the bottom won't stop flashing. In all seriousness, I think this ability is useless and completely outclassed by his melee mode ult, so you should almost never use it, since the DPS version doesn't even get any healing over time by pressing it. I think it's pretty undertuned at the moment, but hey, you do get to flip your enemy off and yell at them, so hey, use it if you want, but I think it's bad. Okay, so now that we talked about the upgrades, how do we actually play Deadpool? My personal favorite way to play him is as an all-in flanker type of character.
My strategy? Die first and GG no heal. Duh.
Since his burst damage is insanely high and he's very mobile, he's an excellent hero for diving the backline. He's very hard to deal with because despite being a 250 health hero, he has damage reduction from his E, his passive which prevents him from dying and heals him when he takes a large amount of damage, and he's just naturally very hard to hit since he dashes extremely quickly and he dashes a lot. And he also has a double jump which resets when jumping on top of an enemy. You get the point. Basically, he's really hard to hit and he's really tanky, while also having incredible damage output. Play him like you would play Daredevil and look for out of position poke heroes or isolated supports, since he has a really good matchup into both of these. I think it's a bit of a waste to play main with your tanks, since he charges his ultimate really slowly from just shooting his gun, but sometimes if necessary he absolutely can also apply some frontline pressure. Just be careful because you are squishy in the frontline. Deadpool is just, he's just so versatile, man. He really just can just do it all. And that's it. We've reached the end of the video. I really hope you guys enjoyed this guide. Let me know in the comments if you liked this video and would also like to see a tank or support guide too for Deadpool. I like to think that I have a
Dang.
pretty good idea of how both of those
I've been
should
playing
play,
support
so I'd
pool,
be more than
so
happy to make a video on it if you guys enjoy this one. So please let me know. If you want to watch me
basically what I got from that video is at least for DPS Deadpool, there's essential upgrades you gotta get. Um Pretty much play from the back line till then, which is A-okay. Hop on people's heads to get your ult. And with those upgrades it's easier to get your ult, especially with that tech that he showed. So I think we're about to see some great Deadpool gameplay coming soon. We're gonna practice it. So appreciate you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Catch you on the next one. See y'all later. Deuces.